right, Carlos, you guys advanced to the second round with your win tonight. How are you feeling after two performances?
I feel good. I feel, we made it to the next round. Uh, guys took care of business during the game for 90 minutes. Should be that way. We were the better team, and we should score all the opportunities that we create.
Seems like everybody who was out there took an opportunity to put one in the back of the net there. Talk about, you got a chance to see some guys that maybe normally would not get time. What did you see out there from those guys?
Well, a lot of those guys respond for the call tonight. Example, we have EJ, first time after 2 weeks of training, and I think he did well. He set up, basically, he created a PK play, and then he scored a second goal, which is good. I told the guys, doesn't matter who you play against, doesn't matter who do you have in front. You just play your game. You have create chances. If you have those chances, make sure you put those away.
And it's the first time you saw Richard in action this season. How would you assess his performance?
He did well. He did well tonight. The other team doesn't attack much, but when he was called for the plays, I think he responded well.
And then lastly, it's a short week for you. You're back to league play on Saturday. So how are you going to manage those guys' minutes, and what are you going to do to get those 3 points?
Well, we're going to rotate the lineup. That's what you saw. A lot of guys tonight that hasn't the opportunity to play before. So we're gonna have a mixed lineup on Saturday.
It seemed like you guys have been in control for pretty much from early on, and then you get those 2 goals in the first half. How did you feel your team sort of built throughout the match? Because obviously, it snowballed in the second.
Yeah, I wasn't really happy with the first half performance because the other team dropped low in a low block. For most part, they defend well, but I think we should do a better job making these runs into the final third space, to break the back line apart and create chances. A lot of times we enter like in a possession game. A lot of passes, a lot of touches, but at the end of the day, we didn't create much. Second half was different, was better. So I was glad that we picked it up in the second half.
You said you weren't happy with the first half. Were you maybe also just a bit surprised or impressed with how well ASC New Stars was defending? I imagine it was hard to scout that one.
Yeah, no, we didn't see much from then. We don't see any. We don't have any games, any footage from then. But I've been there in those games before as a player and as a coach, and I know there was a great opportunity for this team to come here to Toyota Field and perform. And I believe for the first 45 minutes they defend well. They will have 10 guys behind the ball, and they did well. But we had to do our part, to make him run guys away from the ball, make sure we break the defense apart to create chances. But we didn't. We entered in the possession game for a lot of period of the time in the first half.
And particularly because you thought the first half wasn't exactly the best from your team, and then, as they say, 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline. What was going through your head when that penalty gets conceded early in that second half?
Yeah, something we talked, it was 2-0 wasn't enough, So I said that we have the ball for probably 75-80% of the first half. We need to create more chances. We need to score more goals. 2-0 wasn't enough. And then when they had the PK, something we say at halftime, make sure this team don't come back in the game. Make sure they don't get confidence in the game. Fortunate for us, I think Richard did well, stopping that PK, and that gave us a boost to come back and score more goals.
Finally, having gotten this match out of the way, you faced New Mexico in just 3 days. It was a team you guys saw 4 times last season, didn't have the best luck against. How do you feel knowing that is revenge maybe a part of this match, or do you completely set last year aside?
No, it's not a revenge. Whatever happened last year, let's stay with the 2025 season. This is a new season that we just playing a match for 3 points. The same way that tonight we played against this team is to beat this team and move on to the next round. So same thing for Saturday. now we turned the pace. So we had 2 days to get ready for New Mexico. It's at home. We're just going for the 3 points.
Anybody surprise you or exceed your expectations tonight? Indication more playing time.
No, I wasn't surprised. Though I was expecting the guys to have that performance, like the kind of performance that they did tonight. So I think Christian Sorto, he got a minutes tonight. I think he responded. He did well. He was looking for the goal all the time. And then when we put Parano, also he was dangerous. Every time he gets the ball, he created a lot of things up front. So I was glad to see those guys up front to be creative.
And EJ came in late. How was seeing his performance tonight?
Good. I think it was good debut with the San Antonio FC tonight for EJ. As I say, he was the one who created the PK spot, the PK play against Nelson. He did a great job holding the defender and first one touch pass to Nelson. And then he was around the box. He was dangerous all the time. He scored his goal tonight. It was good.
Yeah, it seems like the SFC kind of, we have this thing where we all just push together. So as a team, confidently work with him all week. How is working with him throughout the week and up to this day?
That was good. The group embracing pretty well the last week, and he showed a lot of good things up front, and we signed him for this short period of time. Hopefully he can stay with us for the rest of the season.
And a result like this, what does the confidence do for moving forward for the team?
Always when you score a lot of goals in 90 minutes, that gives you confidence, especially the guys up front. When they focus and they sharp, they can finish.